We live in such a more is more culture. If a little is good, then a lot must be better, right? That mindset sneaks into so many areas of health and it almost always ends up backfiring. Here's what sparked this episode. See, I was watching a video of a woman making a yogurt bowl, and at first I was like, yeah, yum, this looks amazing. And then she proceeded to dump a cup or more of granola into it. And at that point, there was more granola than yogurt. So it wasn't a yogurt bowl anymore. It was a granola bowl with a little bit of yogurt. And there's nothing wrong with a granola bowl if that's what you want. But her simple idea of a yogurt bowl, but piling on all this granola, it didn't have the desired effect anymore. It wasn't this healthy, low calorie thing that she was aiming for because all you need in a real yogurt bowl, and I know this because I make them often for lunch, a little bit of granola goes a long way. It's just meant to add some texture and a little bit of crunch. It doesn't need to completely bury the yogurt. And because we're doing the Sober October challenge in Fit by Bit, I was thinking about this episode, and the more is more thinking shows up with alcohol too. I can't tell you the number of times that I've heard someone say, like, what's the point of only having one cocktail or one glass of wine? That we know if there's going to be one, then there's going to be five. And trust me, I have thought this too. But think about that belief and what it really does, because it makes moderation feel impossible, which then in turn makes us lose trust with ourselves. Because if we go into it, into a party or a gathering or whatever, saying, I'm going to have one drink, knowing full well that one really means five, then it's a little lie that we've told ourselves. And that little lie is another notch in the erosion of our self trust. We just can't believe what we are telling ourselves. We're lying to ourselves. And the same goes for sweets, whether it's chocolate or cake or ice cream, you name it. Nowadays, we don't even try to have one little Hershey kiss to satisfy a craving. Instead, we take the entire king size chocolate bar to the couch or the whole pint of ice cream. And before we know it, the whole thing is gone. And the problem isn't the chocolate or the ice cream in and of itself. The problem is that somewhere along the line, we decided that one or a little bit is not enough, that it has to be all or nothing, the entire container or nothing. One cocktail isn't going to do it, right? And as the title of this episode says, more is not always more. Because in terms of our health and progress towards our goals, more often leads to regret. More leads to you feeling like you can't trust your own judgment. And more can sometimes keep you stuck in the cycle of screw it. I already blew it. Now let's go all in, all or nothing. And underneath all of that, there's usually something deeper going on. Because if you feel like you can't stop at one, the question to ask yourself isn't, what's wrong with me? Why can't I do this? Why can't I stop eating this? The better question is, what am I looking for right now? Because if the cause of it is really stress or loneliness or boredom or just needing some type of release, no amount of granola or wine or chocolate is going to fix it. So today's episode is a reminder for you to check your more is more moments. The next time you feel yourself wanting to just pile it on all or nothing style, I want you to pause and ask yourself if you really need more or if a little would do the trick. Because when you learn to be satisfied with enough, that's when you start to build that trust with yourself and finally get the progress you've been trying for. That's today's daily bit of fit. Take it and run or walk or stretch. Just go move. That's it for today's daily bit of fit. I'm Coach Mack from Running with Bacon, reminding you that small steps really do add up. Make sure to follow or subscribe so you never miss a bit. And if today's episode hit home, send it to a friend who might need it too. And if you ever want a quick pep talk tailored just for you, DM me on Instagram because I'm always happy to send some encouragement your way. You can find more support and my health coaching resources at runningwithbacon.com or come hang with me on Instagram for some healthy fun. Until next time, keep taking those small steps because you don't need a perfect plan, just a consistent one.